Okay, here's my little video tonight, and it relates to the drunken peasants drama. Let me explain to you guys what's so funny to me about all of this. So when I made that Scotty interview video with Brett Keane, which was just meant as a joke, like if you guys are wondering how that video was planned, I was talking on Skype to Brett Keane. The subject of him getting, trolled by drunken peasants fans came up, and we started talking about the DP, and I did my Scotty impression, and it made Brett Keane start laughing his ass off. And Brett said, "Hey, I've got an idea. Let's make this interview video where you're Scotty." And he just hit record, and we started improvising it right on the spot. We didn't even script the thing out. And if you look at the comments on that video, all these little DP kids are coming in, and they're so butthurt. They're so angry that they're like, "Oh, you couldn't even keep up the pretense of being a good guy for a minute, Brett Keane. Oh, you're being so mean to Scotty." Yeah, like, the DP can make millions of videos about Brett being a fucking manatee. They can make fun of his wife, they can make fun of his kids, and all that's cool, right? But we just do an impression of the way one of the DP members talks, and you guys get all salty about it, right? Right? I mean, how fucking thin-skinned are you people? You can't even take a joke. It's just pathetic. Like, you guys say Christians are fucking thin-skinned? We're sitting here taking your abuse constantly. Just this constant, never-ending procession of abuse and trolling, and we usually just sit here and talk about other things. We usually just ignore your asses, and we're talking about our own stuff and pursuing our own interests and just kind of letting it all slide. But the minute we just make a joke video because we think it's funny to amuse ourselves, and you fly all to pieces. You get all butt blasted about it. Well, the funniest thing to me is, I when I made that video about leaving YouTube, and the DP featured me in the last 5 minutes of their 3-hour-long thing that I didn't watch. It's TJ, Scotty, Paul, and Ben talking about how boring I've become. Oh, Fakesagan's become so boring. He's so irrelevant. He's not worth watching anymore. But they knew stuff about my video, and it's like an hour long. So, okay, clearly you're watching my shit. And, Paul did this little VidMe response where he's all butthurt about the Ponage video I just made about him. And in that video, at least a few minutes of it that I saw, he mentions that he watched the live chat that me, Jesus Freakin', and Brett Keane did, because he's talking about events from like an hour into that live chat. He said, like, "Oh, Fakesagan unironically uses the word heresy in 2016. So clearly, like, these guys are obsessively watching our shit. And yet at the same time, they're talking about how irrelevant I am. Guys, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling pretty damn relevant right now. And the funniest, the most hilarious thing about all of this. Okay, so I was at work tonight, and Brett Keane texts me and he says, "Hey, your YouTube channel is down. It says you're suspended." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Huh. Well, shit. Well, I can't really do anything about that right now. I'm at work, but when I get home later, I'll, respond to the suspension or challenge the strikes or whatever the hell I have to do, because there's always some process that you can go through with this stuff." Well, I got home, obviously, here I am, and I checked my channel, and there are no strikes. There's no strikes against me. I'm not suspended. But I checked my email, and there was a letter from Google that said, "Your account is suspended. You need to respond to this." but there's nothing to respond to. So obviously, painfully obviously, what happened is the DP kids did a little mass flag campaign against me, and then the Google staff, powers that be, whatever, reviewed it, figured out it was bullshit, and took care of the matter themselves before I even had to deal with it. But if you look at the comments on my Paul's Ego ponage video, which I've just gotten done looking at, it's like all these DP kids in there crying and all salty and butthurt, talking about how irrelevant I am. Like, every single comment is, "You're so irrelevant, Fakesagan. Nobody cares what you think. You're all washed up. You don't matter. You might as well not exist, Fakesagan. You're so irrelevant. You're irrelevant. You're so irrelevant." Guys, do I have to point out the glaring inconsistency in that logic? I mean, do I really have to point it out? Because like, obviously Paul's Ego has seen my ponage video. I mean it's pretty clear if you look at the video response that he did on VidMe, where he's all pissed off and he's chain smoking on that bowl of weed and just glaring at the camera with this icy cold stare. Guys, I've just got to ask. I have to. I'm sorry, but I do. If I'm so irrelevant and I just don't matter, why are you so booty blasted right now? I mean, really, like, you seem a little perturbed, fellas. Is it just me? I don't know. You seem a little. Your jimmies seem to be a bit rustled. I don't know. But I gotta say, for people that dish out so much abuse, you guys are pretty damn thin-skinned. I mean, like, the DP, at least from what I understand, because I've been told that every time they mention Brett Keane in one of their videos, those are always the videos with the highest views and the highest ratings. I haven't actually watched enough of their shit to like chart the trends. I don't know how many views their average video gets compared to a video that has Brett Keane mentioned in it. But I've got to assume that's probably true, because drama sells. It always has. But, for people that dish out so much abuse, it sure seems like they can't take it. Like, you guys are flying all to pieces just from, like, a little bit of pushback. I gotta say, that looks kind of weak, guys. So, yeah. Anyway, though, I've got to tell you guys, like, I'm having so much fun with this that you can probably expect some more DP ponage in the future. In fact, I might even go after the head honcho himself, TJ. So look forward to that. But to be fair, it depends on what they do. All right, let me put that out there, okay? Because as a Christian, it does not behoove me to just be deliberately and maliciously, cruel and vindictive. I'm not just going to sit here and crank out ponage video after ponage video unless they do something to ask for it. If these guys want to start acting cool and just knock the Brett bullying off, then I'll go ahead and leave them alone. But if they're going to keep that bullshit up, if there's going to be, like, Mind of the Manatee Part 2 or Part 3, or, well, I don't know how many times they've even done this thing. I haven't seen any of this Mind of the Manatee stuff, but, if they're going to keep doing shit like that, then you guys can expect me to take the piss out of you more in the future, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse, and I expect a whole lot of salty tears from your butthurt fans. And probably some more mass flagging campaigns that are going to fail, by the way. And this is so ironic, because from what Brett tells me, the DP among their list of crimes that they accuse him of, one of them is doing mass flagging campaigns, which I'm sure he might have done. But it seems like mass flagging isn't exactly something that the DP crowd is above doing themselves. And you guys failed. I'm still here. You didn't succeed in taking down my my less than 200 subscriber channel. You know, what a tragedy that would have been if I had to make a new YouTube channel and start again fresh with only like 180 something subs. Oh no. See what you guys don't even realize. And I'm not addressing the DP fans anymore, I'm addressing the DP themselves, is that I'm your worst nightmare, okay? Do you want to know why? Because my reputation is as low as it's going to get. I don't really have any credibility to worry about. And I don't have any stake in YouTube. You know, if this channel gets shut down by a mass flag campaign, I'll just create a new one tomorrow and go back to doing what I was doing. So I'm unpwnable, I'm untrollable, and you've got nothing on me. What was that little monologue from the first Chris Nolan Batman movie? With that gangster Falcone, where he's like, he's talking to Bruce Wayne and he says, "People from your world have so much to lose." Yeah, something like that. So, anyway, though, for a guy with such a small YouTube channel and so few subscribers, I've got to say, I feel incredibly relevant. But go ahead, kiddies. Leave 100 comments on this video, and thumb it down 2,000 times, and all the while tell me how irrelevant I am. Keep it fake.